Yo, what's up? How's everyone doing? I just want to get some things off my chest. Some things been on my mind for the past week. I'm a little embarrassed, but I feel like there's nothing wrong with releasing your stress or anxiety or anything that you're going through. And I know the people who watch my channel, y'all care about me, and I appreciate it. I care about y'all too. I appreciate it and everything. But I want to talk about um, hentai addiction. I believe hentai addiction is far more powerful than, well, I won't say far more powerful, but it's a little bit stronger than regular porn addiction. Because hentai can be made of anything. I know they're just drawings, but sometimes when you're in a situation or you're in a state where you're just, bored, or you're eager to look at something different, to do something else, sometimes other things can capture your attention, things that you normally wouldn't be affected by, and hentai is one of them. Yes, for a long time I knew hentai existed, but I never had a desire for it because I know it's just drawings and art and they're not real. I know that. But like I said before, when you're in a state of mind where you just, maybe a little sad or a little lonely, or things are not really going for yourself, you tend to look at anything, and that's happened to me. I'm still recovering, but I'm just saying hentai can really be addictive. Like, for instance, there's a website called Rule 34. They have all kinds of hentai pictures on that website. Like, some of the hentai be kind of nice, but it has other things on there too that's not nice at all, and you have to overlook it. But I'm just saying, some stuff you just can't help but to see because it's right in your face. I mean, they have rape, cartoon porn, they have tentacles, they have tentacles, and they have all kinds of stuff, even blood and gore. Somebody have a picture of a girl with their head cut off. I'm like, what the fuck? And I hate that I saw that because that's the character that I know very well. I know very well. And I don't even want to say who she is because it hurts me too much. But anyway, I know it's just a picture, but I'm just saying though, it's like, wow, my God. So then, while I was looking through all the hentai pictures through that website, I stumbled across some more pictures. These were like sex photos of my favorite character. It's my two favorite characters. Both of them are from Bleach. I'm just gonna flat out say who they are. They're Holly Bell and Yoruichi. There's nothing wrong with looking at some hentai, but I never look at it. I never went to the point where I looked at it so deep. So I looked at this certain type of hentai of them is made by a guy called Purple Haze. So y'all can search him up. He's a hentai artist, and his hentai is different. His hentai is more like a story. It's nothing but pictures, but his pictures has text in it, and he's not doing anything bad to them. He basically just made a sex story about both of them. I'm not saying it's bad, more like it could be addictive, and it can damn near, it'll make you look at the characters that you know differently. Like, for instance, you know who they are from a show, but if you like let it get to you too much, you'll start to think like, well, damn, that person's more like a hentai porn star and an anime character, because you looked at it so much. Because they're not just regular characters; they are characters from a show. Like, if you look at somebody like Goku or Vegeta in hentai so much, you'll begin to think, well, damn, they're hentai stars just as much as they are anime stars, and that's not true, of course not. But I'm just saying, the thoughts like that will come in your head. So anyway, this Purple Haze guy, he has way more hentai of other characters. I'm just specifically talking about these two because I know them very well. He portrayed Yoruichi as more like the the Experience, Cougar Woman, and they was having like all types of sex scenes, and he was calling her senpai. Like, it's interesting, but at the same time, it gives me mixed vibes because it's like I'm looking at hentai of a character that I know. Even though some of the pictures are attractive and they look good, but at the same time, this is not what they are. So it's like my feelings of them are not being changed, but it's just other thoughts into my mind. Like, damn, because there's so many pictures. He made like 7 different sets of photos of them, and each photo set is like 30 pictures with text in it. So 7 different photo sets. Each photo set has like 30 pictures, and each photo set has different text in it. So it's like I read so much of that it got me thinking like, well, damn. Well, now that I look at my favorite characters, I'm damn near looking at them as more as a porn star just as much as they are a character in the show. And I know that's not what it is, but like I just got finished saying, it can also warp your brain. So that's about AmunRa-Deity. Okay, about Holly Bell, who is also my other favorite character from the show, one of my favorite female characters. He had her more like a submissive wife. Like, he saved her from the princess and all that. I mean, it's well thought out. And he had her saying things like she was just being pretty submissive, not being abusive. She wasn't talking to herself. You know, the story was about her narrating. She wasn't saying anything bad about herself. She was just saying like, this man right here who is supposed to represent us. The man in the hentai is supposed to represent the viewer, because the guy doesn't have a face or a name. So I give the guy credit for that. At least he didn't make the hentai feel like, damn, that's someone else having sex with our characters. No, the guy is representing us. And so anyway, my point is he had Holly Bell more like a submissive wife, and he also made several photo sets of her. And back to what I was about to say, he had her at one point say something like, this man saved me, and I owe this guy my gratitude. And right now, while we having sex, I become nothing more than this man's bitch. He didn't call her a bitch, but she said that. So it kind of got me mixed vibes, like, okay. And then after that, he made a story. Yeah, I read so much of this shit. He made another story about, which is like a preview, not a preview. It's like a continue from the story from before, which is another photo set. They got married, which is once again the dude is representing us. Anyway, she's narrating about the story about them getting married, and she's like a submissive wife. And at one point, like, while she was like getting ready for him to come home from work, he ran up on her and kissed her. Okay, that's fine, ain't nothing wrong with that. But he wanted to immediately have sex with her, and she's like, honey, honey, like, what about food? And he's like, no, I just want you. I'm like, okay, and she's like, okay, I'll do it. And that's fine and all, but I'm just saying, it's like the dude the dude is just a sex addictive, and it's kind of making me feel like, well, damn, what about how she feels? It just kind of got me that mixed vibes. Like I said, he wasn't abusing her in the hentai. It's just that he was kind of like not controlling her, but she was just very submissive. Like, you know, he even wrote the hentai saying he ordered me to call him a name, which is darling. I'm thinking to myself, he ordered you. But at the same time, she was just being a submissive wife. He wasn't abusing her or anything. But I'm just saying that the story is so well thought out and put together that we know it's just hentai, but it can make you visualize the character differently, because you know that's not where they come from, but it can disrupt your thought. And it kind of like left me with stress and anxiety, because I'm like looking at the characters differently. I got my own situation going on here. I hope I don't sound weird. I'm basically just pouring out my thoughts and what I've been going through. And yes, I let it get to me to this degree. I'm recovering now, but I'm just simply pointing out that hentai can be very powerful. It's actually stronger than I thought, especially when you're like, you know, you're not really doing anything for yourself. I'm working so much, and lately I've been working so hard that I ain't really had time to just really get out like that, because I'd be too tired to get out. Hopefully things will clean up in my, get better at my job, then I'll be able to have more free time so I can get out. Because I think lately I just been driving myself crazy. I'm just saying. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed my story. I mean, I feel a little embarrassed talking about this, but at the same time, I know y'all who listen to me care about me. So tell me what you think. Give me some advice if you can. All right, peace out, y'all.